Have you ever carried a feeling so deep, so ancient, that you couldn't explain it to anyone around you? A pull in your chest that whispers, there's something more, something hidden, something waiting just beyond the edges of what you can see. Chosen one, you already know that ache I'm talking about. It has followed you through the years, through the quiet nights and the restless mornings, through the moments you've smiled, while inside you felt the weight of a truth you couldn't put into words. You've lived with a knowing that you were never meant to live like everyone else, yet no one could quite understand the depth of what you carry. That's why you are here, not by accident, not by chance. You didn't find this message found you. Heaven pressed pause for you. The veil is thin, and what you are about to hear will awaken something in you that you thought was lost. I need you to feel the gravity of this moment. Right now, your angels are drawing close. The atmosphere around you is shifting. This is not just another video. It is a spiritual encounter, a soul reminder, a prophetic unfolding. If you leave now, if you scroll away, you may miss the very moment your soul has been crying out for in silence, in dreams, in the dark night of your becoming. Many are called, but only a few are chosen. Don't walk away from the very thing your spirit begged God to show you. Not after all the tears, not after all the waiting. You have carried too much, endured too much, survived too much to turn away now. You've been hidden, not forgotten, broken, but not destroyed. Every crack in you was a doorway for the light to enter. That ache in your chest, that wasn't just sadness. It was divine memory, your soul remembering who you are. You were never crazy for feeling different. You were chosen to see what others cannot see, to sense what others cannot sense, to walk a path so narrow it often feels like you're walking alone. But you have never been alone. Even in the seasons when the silence felt unbearable, heaven was moving around you, preparing you, shaping you for a purpose you couldn't yet hold. I want you to breathe with me now. Inhale slowly, feel the air move into your body, the gift of life filling you again. Exhale and release the heaviness you've been carrying. Right here, in this space, you are safe. The world will never tell you this, but you are allowed to rest your soul. You are allowed to stop fighting for a moment and simply be. This moment is not random. It is sacred timing. Every choice, every heartbreak, every delay has led to this point. And right now, you are standing at a threshold. One step forward, and everything changes. You see, the world has tried to convince you that you are behind, that you've wasted years, that you've missed your chance. But God knows the truth. You are right on time. You were hidden because you were being fortified. You were delayed because the path you were meant to walk was not yet ready for you. Your calling requires precision, not haste. Every tear watered the soil of your becoming. Every loss carved out space for something greater to fill you. Every unanswered prayer was a protection you didn't see. I need you to honor this moment. Mark it. Declare to yourself that you were spiritually present when this divine message arrived. Write in the comments 333-444-777 or 999, not for me, but as a sign to your own soul that you heard and received what was meant for you. This is your way of saying, I am here, I am awake, I am ready. And as you do, feel the shift within you. Because what comes next will not just be words, it will be alignment. It will be remembrance. It will be the confirmation you've been waiting for. Chosen one, I need you to know that you are in a turning point. Right now, heaven is speaking over your life. The weight you've carried is about to be exchanged for clarity. The fog is lifting. The questions you've been holding in your heart are about to meet their answers. But you have to stay. This is not the time to run back to distractions. This is the time to lean in, to open your heart fully, to allow the words to sink deep into the soil of your spirit. Now I'll ask you something serious. You have a choice right now. You can click away, go back to the noise, the scrolling, the distraction, and lose the clarity your soul has been crying for. Or you can stay until the end. Stay and receive the words that were meant to confirm what your spirit already knows. And if you do, you will walk away lighter, stronger, remembering. This message carries a vibration your soul has heard before, maybe in a dream, maybe in a prayer, but now it is here, alive, speaking directly to you. Before we go any further, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon. Not just so you don't miss a video, but so you stay connected to the messages designed for your awakening. Because whenever the world gets too heavy, this space will be here for you, a place to come back to rest your soul, to remember the truth of who you are. Stay with me now. What comes next will change how you see everything. Chosen one, there has been a voice inside you for years, soft, almost imperceptible at times, that you've tried to dismiss, to explain away, to quiet down so you could keep up with the noise of life. But no matter how many distractions you've built, no matter how many roles you've played, it keeps returning. Sometimes it comes as a sudden heaviness in the middle of the day. Other times, it's a restlessness at night, lying awake while the world sleeps, feeling a presence in the stillness that asks you to listen. You may have called it intuition, a gut feeling, or simply overthinking, but deep down, you've always known it's something far more sacred. This is the whisper you've been ignoring, the gentle yet unyielding nudge from the divine, reminding you that there is more to your life than what you've been living. You've felt it in those moments when the crowd was laughing, but your heart felt absent, when everyone seemed satisfied, but you couldn't escape the question, is this it? It's the sensation that your soul is in one place, but your life has been happening somewhere else. And no matter how much you try to silence it with busyness, achievements, or even relationships, it keeps returning like the tide, washing over you until you can no longer pretend you don't hear it. This whisper does not come to condemn you, it comes to call you higher. It is not a threat, but a reminder that your life is not your own, that you carry something too rare, too holy, to be buried under the weight of normalcy. I want you to think of it like a seed planted deep within you long before you were born. At first it was buried, hidden from sight, untouched by the outside world. But over time, certain moments, painful ones, beautiful ones, and even the ones you couldn't understand, began to water that seed. The whisper you hear now is the sound of it breaking open, pushing toward the light. And while part of you wants to welcome it, another part fears what it will demand of you. Because when the whisper grows loud enough to follow, it will not let you return to who you were before. You see, the world around you will always offer you reasons to ignore it. Responsibilities, expectations, the pressure to blend in, the fear of being misunderstood. Sometimes it will even disguise itself as wisdom, telling you to be practical, to think of what's realistic, but you already know there is nothing realistic about your calling. You were never meant to fit into the safe boxes built for others. You were meant to be set apart, even when it costs you comfort. And ignoring that truth will always cost you more in the long run than the courage it takes to obey. Breathe with me now. Let the air fill your lungs, and as you exhale, imagine releasing every excuse you've made to delay your becoming. Feel the truth of this. The whisper has been patient, but it will not be silent forever. There will come a point where ignoring it will ache more than answering it. You might already be there. And if you are, know that it is not too late. In fact, this might be the exact moment the whisper has been waiting for. Think back to the times you felt unsettled without knowing why. That was not anxiety, it was misalignment. Think about the conversations that stirred something in you, the random moments that made your heart race as if you were remembering something important you'd forgotten. Those weren't coincidences. They were soul reminders. The whisper speaks in the language of subtlety, but its meaning is always profound, and it will keep speaking until you align your steps with what your spirit already knows is true. The truth is, chosen one, ignoring the whisper doesn't make it go away. It only delays the life you were meant to live. It is like turning your back on a compass in the wilderness, pretending you're not lost. You might convince yourself for a while, but eventually the emptiness will return, sharper than before. The divine has placed this inner guidance in you for a reason. It knows the terrain ahead, the storms coming, the doors that will open if you keep walking. And while others may not understand the urgency you feel, you were not entrusted with this knowing for them. You were entrusted with it for you. Rest in this space for a moment. Imagine that the whisper is no longer a sound you're trying to catch, but a steady, clear voice in your chest. Feel it guiding you, not with fear, but with certainty. Feel it telling you, it's time. And as you allow yourself to hear it, realize that you've known this truth all along. You just needed the courage to stop pretending you didn't. From here on, every chapter in this journey will take you deeper into that truth. But for now, I need you to hold this awareness close. The whisper is not here to take something from you. It is here to return something to you, something sacred, something you've been missing without even realizing it. And the more you listen, the more the path ahead will reveal itself. What you do next will decide how quickly you step into the life you were created for. This is the moment to decide. Will you keep ignoring the whisper, or will you finally answer? Chosen one, long before you understood words, long before you could name the world around you, something about you was different. It wasn't a difference you could hide, even as a child. There was a depth in your eyes that others noticed without knowing why, a presence that made people pause. Some saw it and felt drawn to you, others saw it and felt threatened, though you had done nothing to cause it. You carried a light you didn't yet know you had, and that light spoke to the spirit in others before you ever opened your mouth. From your earliest memories, you may recall moments when you felt older than your years. While other children played without thought, you found yourself wondering about things no one around you seemed to think about. Life, death, purpose, why people hurt each other, why the world felt so fragile. You might not have had the language for it then, but your soul already recognized patterns and truths that most wouldn't see until decades later, if ever. And because of that, you were often misunderstood. Adults told you to stop asking so many questions. Friends didn't always get you. Sometimes, you felt like you were walking alone, even in a crowded room. It's not that you were better than anyone else. It's that you were different by design. Your sensitivity was not a flaw. It was a divine feature. It was proof that you were carrying something meant to awaken others. Even if it meant living much of your life feeling like an outsider, you noticed the subtle shifts in people's moods, the unspoken tension in a room, the silent grief in someone's eyes. You saw the things no one else wanted to talk about, and that made some people uncomfortable. The truth is, the more you saw, the more you learned to stay quiet. Not because you didn't care, but because you knew speaking too much truth too soon could make people turn away. And so you learned to adapt. You learned how to move through spaces without revealing the full depth of your vision. You smiled when expected, played along when it kept the peace, even when part of you ached at the smallness of it all. But deep down, you knew your life was never meant to be a performance for the comfort of others. You knew you had been set apart, not in a way that made you superior, but in a way that gave you a unique responsibility. To walk a path others might not understand until much later. I want you to remember the first time you realized the world didn't see things the way you did. Maybe it was when you noticed a kindness ignored, or when you felt the weight of injustice that everyone else seemed to pass by. Maybe it was when you sensed something was about to happen before it did, Those weren't coincidences. They were the early signs of your spiritual assignment. They were the proof that your perception is wired differently, tuned to a frequency most people can't hear. And because of that, you were marked. Being marked doesn't mean you get a clear roadmap from the start. In fact, it often means the opposite. You walk through years of confusion, wondering why you can't seem to fit into the roles that others slip into so easily. You may even have tried to dull your light, thinking it would make life easier. But every time you've tried to shrink, something inside you resisted. That resistance is your soul's refusal to live beneath its calling. No matter how much you've tried to blend in, life keeps finding ways to remind you that you were never meant to disappear into the background. Breathe with me now. Inhale and remember the child you once were, the one who saw more, felt more, knew more than they could explain. Exhale and release the shame for being different. There is nothing wrong with you for seeing the world in layers instead of surfaces. In fact, that difference is the very thing the world needs from you. You were entrusted with vision. You were entrusted with empathy that runs deeper than comfort. You were entrusted with the courage to stand in truth, even if your voice trembles. Some will never understand the path you've walked, and that's okay. You were not chosen for their approval. You were chosen for impact. And that impact begins with accepting that you have been marked from the beginning. The sooner you embrace that truth, the sooner you will stop wasting energy trying to be someone you're not. You are not here to meet the expectations of the crowd. You are here to carry out the assignment that was woven into your spirit before you ever took your first breath. Chosen one, I need you to hear this. The marking on your life is not a burden. It's a seal. It's a sign to every force in the unseen that you belong to a different order, that you are under a different kind of guidance. You will not live like everyone else because you were not sent for the same reason as everyone else. You have been set apart for a timing, a purpose, and a mission that will make sense only when you fully step into it. And until that moment comes, you will always feel a little out of place in the ordinary. That's not your curse. It's your confirmation. Chosen one, there comes a point in the journey where you look back and feel the weight of time. You replay the choices you made, the roads you didn't take, the seasons where you waited for something to change, but nothing seemed to move. And in those quiet moments, you wonder if you've missed it, if the life you were meant to live has already passed you by. This fear is one of the heaviest burdens you carry, because it doesn't just question your past, it questions your purpose. But I need you to hear me. Divine timing does not measure itself against the world's clock. What you see as lost years, heaven sees as alignment. What you call delay is often the exact preparation needed for what you've been chosen to do. The truth is, your life has not been running late, it's been moving at the pace of your becoming. There are things you were meant to experience that could not be rushed, lessons you had to learn through the ache of waiting. Think about it. The roots of a tree grow in silence long before the branches ever touch the sky. You may have been underground, unseen, but you were not stagnant. You were developing the strength to hold the weight of what was coming. Every heartbreak, every closed door, every unanswered prayer has been a stone in the foundation of who you are now. Without them, you would not have the capacity to carry what's ahead. Carl Jung once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." Those so-called wasted years, they were the years when your unconscious self was meeting your conscious self, when the inner fractures were being mended, when the pieces of you that the world had broken were being reassembled by the hands of something greater. You weren't idle, you were being rebuilt, and that kind of reconstruction takes time. It's not the time you lost that matters, it's the person you've become in the process. I know it's tempting to compare your timeline to others, to look at those who seem to be thriving while you feel like you're still getting ready. But chosen ones are not built on comparison. They are built on conviction. You are not called to keep pace with anyone else because your journey is not theirs. While others were running ahead, you were being given wisdom, depth, and vision they cannot match. The slowness you resented is the very thing that will allow you to endure when others burn out. You are not late. You are lasting. Breathe with me. Inhale the truth that you have not missed your destiny. Exhale the belief that your best years are behind you. The divine does not work on deadlines. It works in seasons. And the season you are stepping into now will redeem every moment you thought was wasted. You see, purpose is not a train you can miss. It's a river you are already in. You cannot be outside of it, even if you've drifted to quieter waters for a time. You might think about the years you spent in jobs that drained you, relationships that hurt you, or seasons of confusion where you couldn't see your way forward. But what if those years weren't detours at all? What if they were part of the exact route you needed to take? Every delay has sharpened your discernment. Every no has clarified your yes. Every ending has refined your ability to recognize beginnings. Without the wilderness, you wouldn't recognize the promised land when you arrive. Without the famine, you wouldn't honor the feast. So when the fear of wasted years tries to creep in, remember this: you have been kept for a reason, protected from doors that would have led you off course, guarded from opportunities that would have broken you too soon. Chosen ones are often delayed because their assignment requires them to be fully formed before they step into visibility. And you, chosen one, are being released in the right season, not a moment earlier, not a moment too late. Rest in this space. Feel the years you thought were wasted shift in meaning. See them not as empty gaps, but as sacred investments. Trust that nothing was wasted, not the pain, not the stillness, not the waiting. All of it is about to reveal why it had to happen the way it did. And when it does, you will see that you were never running behind. You were right on time all along, chosen one. There is a part of your journey that most people will never understand. It's the season where nothing seems to be happening, where doors stay closed, where silence feels louder than any answer you've ever heard. You wake up and go through the motions, yet deep in your spirit you sense that something is being built. Something is being prepared, even though you can't see it. This is the season of the holy hidden years. It is the cocoon where transformation happens, the womb where destiny is quietly formed, the desert where your soul learns the language of stillness. You may have thought of these years as punishment, as if heaven had forgotten you, but I want you to see them differently. Hiddenness is not abandonment, it is protection. Just as a seed is buried in darkness before it sprouts, just as a child grows in the secrecy of the womb before taking its first breath, your calling requires a period where it is shielded from the world. If it were exposed too soon, it could be destroyed by those who cannot see its worth. So the divine shelters it, not to deny you, but to preserve you. In the hidden years, the world doesn't clap for you. Opportunities may seem scarce, recognition might never come. People you thought would stand with you drift away, and those you expected to understand your heart seem blind to it. But what feels like loss is often the pruning of distractions, clearing space for your true path to emerge. The holy hidden years strip away everything that is not you, so that when the time comes, you can step into your place with nothing false to hold you back. This is the season where you learn to be content without applause, where your worth is no longer tied to validation, where you stop performing for approval and start living from truth. It's in this space that your roots go deep, anchoring you so firmly that no storm can uproot you later. You cannot build that kind of strength in the spotlight. It grows only in the quiet. The desert may feel empty, but it is the very place where your vision becomes clear. The womb may be dark, but it is where life begins. Breathe with me now. Inhale the awareness that your hidden years have not been wasted. Exhale the resentment that has tried to take root in you. Every day in the quiet has been shaping you. Every unanswered prayer has been a lesson in trust. Every moment of obscurity has been a refining fire, burning away the parts of you that could not carry the weight of your purpose. The divine knows what you are being prepared for, even if you do not. Think of the butterfly. Before it can take flight, it must endure the confinement of the cocoon. From the outside, it looks like nothing is happening, but inside, everything is being remade. Old structures dissolve, new ones form, and the creature that emerges is nothing like the one that entered. That is what these hidden years are doing in you. The version of yourself that will walk out of this season will be unrecognizable to the one who entered it. Stronger, clearer, freer. You see, chosen one, visibility is not the beginning of your purpose. It is the unveiling of what has already been completed in the secret place. The holy hidden years are where you learn to hear the whisper of your own soul above the roar of the world. They are where you stop chasing what's popular and start seeking what's eternal. And when your time comes, you will not just step into the light, you will carry the light with you. So if you are still in the hidden years, rest in this truth. You are not behind. You are being held. You are not forgotten. You are being formed. The very silence you resent is the soil where your future is growing. Trust it. Protect it. Honor it. Because one day you will look back and realize these years were not the gap between where you were and where you were going. They were the bridge that carried you there. Chosen one, you've probably noticed that sometimes people react to you in ways that make no sense. You walk into a room and the atmosphere shifts. You speak with kindness, yet someone takes offense. You try to help, but your presence alone seems to make certain hearts uncomfortable. This isn't because you've done anything wrong, it's because of what you carry. Light has a way of exposing what's hidden in the dark, and when you carry light without even trying, it can stir things in others they aren't ready to face. From an early age, you might have experienced this without understanding it. Maybe you were excluded from certain circles, treated with suspicion, or labeled as different for reasons you couldn't explain. People might have projected their insecurities onto you, assuming motives that weren't there. This is what happens when someone's unhealed places meet your presence. You become a mirror they didn't ask for, reflecting truths they've avoided. Some will be drawn to that mirror because they're ready to grow. Others will turn away from it, sometimes harshly, because they can't bear to see themselves that clearly. The painful truth is that being chosen often means being misunderstood. It means that the very qualities that make you valuable, your clarity, your discernment, your depth, can be the same qualities that unsettle those who prefer the safety of illusion. You don't have to try to reveal anything. It happens simply because your energy carries authenticity. And authenticity has a way of stripping away masks, whether people are ready for it or not. Breathe with me now. Inhale the truth that their reaction is not your reflection. Exhale the weight of trying to make yourself smaller to be more acceptable. The divine didn't choose you to be palatable. It chose you to be powerful. And power, in its truest form, is not about control, but about presence. Your presence shifts things, often in ways you won't even realize in the moment. You might spark jealousy in some, inspiration in others, discomfort in many, but all of it serves a purpose greater than you. There will be people who decide they can't be around you anymore, not because you hurt them, but because your light makes it harder for them to hide their shadows. Let them go. You are not responsible for their readiness. Your job is not to dim yourself so others can stay comfortable. Your job is to keep shining so those who are ready can find their way. When you try to dilute your light, you not only lose your clarity, but you rob others of the guidance they might have found in you. Think of it like this: a lighthouse doesn't apologize for being bright. It doesn't check to see if the ships want guidance. It shines because it must. Some ships will navigate safely because of its light. Others may ignore it and crash. But the lighthouse never changes its purpose to suit the ship's preference. In the same way, you are called to hold your frequency steady, no matter who feels unsettled by it. I know it hurts when kindness is met with suspicion, when your pure intentions are twisted into something else, when people you've loved decide they can't walk with you anymore. But this is the cost of carrying light in a world where shadows are comfortable. It's not personal, it's spiritual. And the sooner you stop trying to earn acceptance from everyone, the freer you'll be to walk fully in your calling. Chosen one, understand this. Your energy speaks before you do. Your spirit announces itself before you open your mouth. You don't have to defend or explain what you carry to anyone who isn't ready to understand it. The right people will feel peace when you enter the room. The wrong ones will feel exposed. And both responses mean your presence is working exactly as it should. So let your light be as bright as it was meant to be. Let it draw the right souls and repel the wrong ones. Trust that every reaction you receive is a sorting, a refining, a revealing of who is meant to walk beside you. You are not here to please everyone. You are here to fulfill a calling, and that calling will always require you to stand unapologetically in the truth of who you are, even when it makes others uncomfortable. Chosen one, somewhere along the way, life taught you to second-guess yourself. You were born with a pure connection to your own knowing, a quiet inner compass that could sense truth before it was spoken, danger before it was seen, blessings before they arrived. As a child, you trusted it easily. You felt the pull toward what was right for you and the resistance against what wasn't. But over time, the noise of the world grew louder than your own soul. People told you to be reasonable, to follow the rules they followed, to ignore the instincts that didn't make sense to them. Slowly, you learned to doubt what you felt, to explain away your own clarity, to trade your inner voice for external approval. And yet, that compass has never stopped working. Even when you ignored it, even when you walked in the opposite direction, it stayed with you, steady, patient, waiting for you to return. It has whispered in moments when you were about to make a choice that would harm you. It has stirred when you met someone whose spirit wasn't safe. It has lit up your chest in moments when you were standing exactly where you were meant to be. You know the difference. You've always known. Listening to your inner compass again is not about learning something new. It's about remembering what was always yours. It's about giving yourself permission to trust your own knowing more than the opinions, expectations, or fears of others. It's about realizing that this compass is not random. It is divine navigation, and the more you align with it, the more your life will move in rhythm with your true path. Breathe with me now. Inhale, and imagine a thread of golden light running from the center of your chest to the horizon ahead of you. This is your thread in the dark, your unbreakable connection to truth. Exhale and release every voice that has told you to cut that thread. Feel the steadiness in your chest when you think about the decisions that honored it, and remember the heaviness you felt when you ignored it. Your body remembers. Your spirit remembers. You see, the inner compass doesn't shout, it nudges. It speaks in a language of peace and unease, expansion and contraction. When something is right for you, it won't always feel easy, but it will feel aligned. When something is wrong, you'll feel it in your body before you can explain it with words. Your heartbeat will change, your breath will shorten, your spirit will feel heavy. You don't need anyone else to confirm that feeling. It is enough that you feel it. There will be times when following your compass means making choices that others don't understand. They might question you, doubt you, even warn you that you're making a mistake. But chosen one, you have to decide whose voice you trust more, their fear or your knowing. Your compass was given to you for your journey, not theirs. No one else can feel its pull, the way you can. No one else will live with the consequences of ignoring it the way you will. Think back to the moments when you honored your inner guidance even though it didn't make sense at the time. How did it turn out? Chances are, those were the choices that led you to breakthroughs, safety, and blessings you couldn't have predicted. Now think about the times you ignored it. What did you learn? Every experience, whether you followed it or not, has been training you to trust it again. The world will keep offering you maps that lead to places you don't belong. But your compass will always point you toward the path designed for you. It will lead you through seasons that feel uncertain, but those seasons will shape you in ways that no shortcut ever could. The more you listen, the clearer it becomes. The more you trust it, the more you realize it has been right all along. So from this moment on, choose to return to that inner compass. Let it be the voice you check with before every decision, the presence you consult before every step. Trust it when it tells you to wait, and trust it when it tells you to leap. Because the truth is, chosen one, your destiny is not hidden from you. It's hidden within you, and your compass has been pointing you toward it all this time. Chosen one, there comes a moment in your journey when you feel it, not in your mind, but in your bones, that something is ending. It's not just the close of a chapter or a shift in circumstance. It's deeper. It feels like a quiet summons in the spirit, a knowing that your time in a certain place, role, or season is complete. This is what I call the recall of the first wave. Not everyone experiences it at the same time, and not everyone will understand it. But when it happens, the atmosphere around you begins to feel too small for the person you've become. The things that once fit you, relationships, responsibilities, even identities, start to feel like clothing you've outgrown. You may notice it in the way certain conversations no longer interest you, in the way places you once loved now feel unfamiliar, in the way your energy reacts to people you used to feel safe around, sensing that their chapter in your story is closing. It's not about judgment or superiority, it's about timing. There are cycles in the life of the chosen one that cannot be extended beyond their divine limit. When the soul's contract for a certain season is fulfilled, no amount of effort can make it feel alive again. You can try to revive it, but it will feel like breathing into a room where the air has already gone. This recall is not a punishment. It is an invitation, an opening in the sky, a gate that wasn't there yesterday. And while stepping through it requires courage, staying behind will cost you more than leaving ever will. The first wave is called to move before the rest. You are part of that wave, which means you will have to release what feels familiar before you see where you are going. It's not fair to your mind, but it is perfect for your spirit. Breathe with me now. Inhale the truth that what is ending has already served its purpose. Exhale the fear that tells you you're abandoning people or wasting your investment. The recall does not erase the meaning of what came before. It honors it. It acknowledges that you have taken from it everything your spirit needed. And now it's time to walk into the next realm of your becoming. Part of what makes this moment so difficult is the grief that comes with it. You will miss certain faces, certain routines, certain parts of yourself that only existed in that season. That's natural. But grief is not a sign that you're making the wrong move. It's a sign that you are alive enough to love what you must now release. You are being asked to bless what's complete and to trust that something greater awaits on the other side of this letting go. When the recall comes, it will not wait for your full understanding. The signs will multiply, doors will close, even ones you thought were secure. Opportunities will dry up in the places you've outgrown, not because you've failed, but because you are no longer meant to invest there. Your restlessness will grow, your spirit will pull at you, sometimes gently, sometimes urgently, until staying becomes harder than stepping into the unknown. This is where faith is not just a word, but a choice. Will you honor the pull, or will you stay in what is safe until it starts to break you? Chosen one. You were not built to decay in a season that has expired. You were built to keep moving with the current of your calling, and when the recall comes, the current gets stronger. You may feel resistance from those who don't understand why you can't stay. They may accuse you of being distant or cold. But remember, their inability to see what you see does not make your vision wrong. So when you feel that pull, when the gate opens in the sky and the air shifts around you, choose to walk through. Don't wait for everyone else to be ready. Don't stay behind for the sake of those who aren't called to move yet. Your obedience in this moment is not just for you. It is for the next stage of the work you are here to do. Trust that the recall is timed perfectly, and trust that on the other side, you will understand why it had to happen exactly when it did. Chosen one, there will come a time when those who doubted you, ignored you, or even dismissed you will suddenly begin to wonder where you've gone. They will search for you in the places you used to be, in the roles you once played, in the conversations you once had, in the patterns you once lived, and they will not find you. It won't be because you vanished in bitterness or because you wanted revenge. It will be because transformation has taken you somewhere they cannot follow. The truth is, the version of you they knew no longer exists. You've shed too many layers, walked through too many fires, healed too many wounds. You've crossed thresholds that have altered your spirit, your vision, your capacity for the life you're here to live. To them, it will seem like you disappeared overnight, but you will know the truth. It took years of silent work, inner battles, and sacred surrender to reach this place. They will see the change suddenly, but you will know it was never sudden at all. They will remember the times they could access you easily, the days when your energy was freely available to anyone who asked. But now, your presence will no longer be something they can casually take. You have stepped into a space where your energy is guarded, where your heart is protected, where your time is spent with intention. And for some, this will be unsettling, because they were used to a version of you that asked for little in return. That version is gone. Breathe with me now. Inhale the freedom of not being found in the places that drained you. Exhale the weight of feeling obligated to return to them. Understand that your absence is not a cruelty. It is a boundary. It is a statement that says, I have moved beyond the limits you once knew me by. Your silence will speak louder than your explanations ever could. Your distance will communicate what your words no longer need to. Some will seek you out because they miss what you once gave them. Others will seek you because they finally realize your value. But you must remember, recognition after your departure is not the same as appreciation when you were present. Your worth was not hidden from them. They simply did not honor it when they had the chance. And now, your life has expanded beyond the reach of their access. It's not about holding grudges. It's about understanding that there is a cost to stepping into your higher calling. That cost is leaving behind the spaces that no longer align with your soul. And while some may finally see your worth, you must decide whether going back would serve your spirit or simply satisfy their sudden awareness. This is where you stand firm. You don't owe the past a return trip. You don't have to reopen doors that were closed for your growth. If they truly value you now, they will have to meet you where you are, not where you were. And the truth is, some won't be willing or able to do that. They will want the old you, the accessible you, the unguarded you. But that version is gone for good. You have become like the butterfly they can't catch, like light breaking through the clouds. You've risen to a place they can only glimpse from a distance. They may remember you with longing, but you will be too far into your next chapter to be pulled back. This is not about arrogance, it's about alignment. You are not moving out of reach to prove a point. You are moving because the point of your life is no longer back there. So when they look for you and you are gone, Let them look. Let them feel the absence. Let them come to terms with the fact that you are no longer available for what you've outgrown. The ones who are meant to be in your life will rise to meet the new version of you. The rest will be left with the memory. And chosen one, that is exactly as it should be. Chosen one, when the shift has come and you've stepped into the life that once felt like a distant vision, there is a sacred period that follows, a time I call the afterglow of transformation. It's when the storm has passed, the wilderness has released you, and the silence has given way to clarity. You find yourself breathing differently, standing differently, moving with a rhythm that feels more natural than anything you've ever known. This is the space where your soul exhales after years of holding its breath. And yet, even in the peace, there is a quiet responsibility that comes with it. You see, transformation is not just about arriving, it's about carrying the light forward. You have walked through seasons that were meant to shape you into a vessel, and now that vessel holds something the world needs. The wisdom you carry, the resilience you've earned, the clarity that guides you. These are not meant to be locked away. They are meant to flow through you into every space you enter. This doesn't mean preaching or convincing anyone to see the world as you do. It means simply being the presence you've become, unmoved by chaos, steady in truth, radiant in a way that cannot be faked. In this afterglow, you may notice that life feels both lighter and more purposeful. The things that once triggered you no longer hold power. The patterns that once trapped you have lost their grip. You don't need to force boundaries anymore. They're simply part of who you are now. The people and opportunities you attract begin to mirror your inner state. You realize that alignment is not about chasing, it's about standing in your truth and letting what belongs to you find you. Breathe with me now. Inhale the peace that comes from knowing you are no longer who you were. Exhale the urge to return to old versions of yourself to make others comfortable. This is the chapter where you begin to understand that your presence alone is enough. You don't need to prove your worth or explain your journey. Those who are meant to understand will see it without you saying a word. Those who can't will simply drift out of your orbit. Walking in the afterglow also means learning to move at a new pace. In the past, urgency might have driven you. Urgency to heal, to fix, to find answers, to arrive. But now, there is no rush. You understand that what is meant for you will not pass you by, and what is not meant for you cannot be forced to stay. This kind of trust doesn't come from wishful thinking. It comes from living through enough endings to know that every ending has carried you closer to where you were meant to be. And here's the most beautiful part. Your light will begin to reach people without you even trying. A word you speak in passing, a moment of genuine attention, a look of understanding will plant seeds in others the way seeds were once planted in you. You will start to see that your journey was never just for you. Every hardship you endured has given you the ability to recognize the same storms in others, to offer comfort without pity, guidance without control, love without conditions. In this chapter of your life, you walk differently because you finally know the weight of your own worth. The world can try to distract you, but you no longer chase what doesn't align. Your energy is guarded not out of fear, but out of reverence. You know what it cost you to become this version of yourself, and you are unwilling to let anything pull you back into who you used to be. So, chosen one, as you walk in the afterglow of transformation, remember this: you are both the proof and the promise. The proof that the hidden years were not wasted, and the promise that what lies ahead will only deepen the beauty of what has already begun. Stand in it. Live in it. Let it speak for itself. And when the next call comes, the next pull into even greater becoming, you will be ready, because you have learned that the journey never truly ends. It only unfolds. Chosen one, you have walked through fire and silence, through hidden years and holy preparation. You have carried the weight of unanswered questions, the ache of endings, the sting of rejection, and the quiet, steady pull of your calling. And now, here you stand, on the threshold of the life you were always meant to live. Every moment, every delay, every detour has led you here. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was random. Even in the seasons where you felt abandoned, heaven was guiding your every step. The shift is not coming, it is here. The air around you is different because you have crossed into a new season. You must remember this truth. The silence was never punishment. It was training. It was the proving ground where your spirit learned to endure without applause, to trust without evidence, to see beyond what your eyes could show you. It shaped your discernment. It purified your vision. It taught you the difference between those who are meant to walk with you and those who are only meant to meet you at a certain mile in the journey. You have been refined, and now the gold in you is ready to be revealed. Breathe with me now. Inhale the knowing that your time has arrived. Exhale every trace of fear that tells you you're not ready. You are ready, not because you feel prepared in every way, but because you have been prepared in the ways that matter. You carry wisdom you didn't have before. You walk in strength you didn't know you were building. You have been called, and the calling will not be revoked. From this day forward, walk with the certainty that you are part of something bigger than yourself. The signs you've been seeing are not coincidences. They are confirmations. The pull in your chest is not anxiety, it's alignment. The doors that are opening now are not random. They are the very doors that were built for you before you even knew to ask for them. Trust them. Step through them. Refuse to shrink back into the shadows that once kept you hidden. And when doubt whispers, remember, you have already survived what you once thought would break you. You have already stood in storms that would have drowned others. You have already been through the nights that felt endless, and you made it here. This is proof that nothing ahead can take from you what was divinely placed within you. You are protected, you are guided, you are seen. This is your moment to rise, not in haste, but in holy certainty. To walk into your purpose with the same quiet confidence you carried in the hidden years. To step forward knowing that those who are meant for you will find you, and those who are not will fade away without you having to push them. You don't have to force what is yours. You only have to stand in who you are. So as we close, mark this moment. Write it into your spirit. Declare to yourself that you were here when the shift came. Comment 1111 or 333 as your sacred agreement with the timing of your own destiny. And when you do, let it be more than a number. Let it be your declaration that you will never again doubt the path you are on. Whenever the world gets too heavy, remember this space is here for you. A place to come back to rest your soul, to remember your truth. You are a chosen one, and nothing can change that. The time is now. The season is here. And what lies ahead is everything you were made for.